Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinberg. Today, I'm breaking out the box office of this past weekend, which was September the 20th to the 22nd, 2024. We're going to break down the overall 2024 domestic and worldwide numbers and preview the two new films that are coming out this weekend. Welcome back to Max Talks Movies. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell. I do movie, TV show reviews, this show every single Tuesday. Also, other movie franchise rankings and out of theater reactions. Also, stay tuned at the end of this breakdown where I'll preview all my videos for the upcoming week. Please like the video as well, guys. The thumbs up button really helps support the channel. And also, please comment down below. What did you see in theaters this past weekend? What did you see in theaters this upcoming weekend? I respond to all the comments, so please comment down below and let's have a fun discussion. So without further ado, let's get into this past weekend's box office, which I said, which was September 20th to the 22nd, just domestically. And in first place, holding off a big new release, is Beetlejuice in its third weekend, so 3 consecutive weekends with this new entry from Warner Brothers Discovery. At number one, dropping 49% in its third weekend, another 25.9 for this new entry, and it's up to 226.7 million. Not a lot of people thought this movie could hold off the number two movie on this list, but it certainly did. This movie is definitely doing extremely well here domestically. It's on the same trackway worldwide as films like Twisters and Alien Romulus. Twisters is the best comparison. Alien Romulus did okay domestically, but got carried a lot more internationally, while Beetlejuice 2 and Twisters both got carried by domestic, and both movies struggled internationally. So it's fascinating. The film should be around 350 million for its overall run, but domestically, just amazing stuff from the new Beetlejuice film. And I wouldn't be shocked if we hear about a third film in the coming weeks. At number two, disappointing the weekend, is Transformers 1 from Paramount and Hasbro, opening to $24.6 million. This was not what the doctor ordered for the Transformers franchise. While, yes, the Michael Bay movies, while most people do not like those movies critically and audience-wise, those movies did make billions of, each one make billions of dollars each, especially towards the end of the franchise. But without Michael Bay as the director, Bumblebee, even Transformers Rise of the Beast, and now this year's Transformers 1, all pale in comparison to the 5 Bay Transformers films. So Paramount is in such a weird spot because they did the little film Bumblebee, which was critically, an audience loved it, but just not a big audience for Bumblebee back in 2018. Just last year, they added a new film in the Transformers franchise with Transformers Rise of the Beast, which was a prequel film to Bay's films. And while it did okay, just far from the money that Bay's films drew in, but they are continuing that plot line because the next film for Transformers will be a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie that it got set up in that post-credit scene of Rise of the Beast. So this is a weird one where they went to the animated route. Once again, very much critically and audience-wise, really like the movie. But for some reason, it seems like the Transformers franchise is at a weird point because this film is also setting up a totally new direction. And from a fan's perspective, I think Transformers 1 delivered what I've been waiting for a Transformers film, but this is not the type of money to continue in this direction. They already have the Transformers and G.I. Joe film set. The rumors are they are trying to get Chris Hemsworth to return as Optimus Prime, which I don't know if they're connecting that to the animated film, the live action films. G.I. Joe has not been a brand that does well at the box office. Snake Eyes came out a couple years ago, did not do well. So Hasbro and Paramount, this was a billion-dollar easy franchise for them for over a decade, but now they are struggling with the last three films of the Transformers franchise. So they are definitely hoping that the G.I. Joe crossover film saves the Transformers franchise, as it doesn't feel like it's going in the right direction. We'll see though in its second weekend if word of mouth is strong enough to a point where it doesn't have a big drop off in its second weekend. While yes, there are two new movies hitting theaters. Yes, there's another animated film hitting the marketplace. So Transformers 1 does have some competition and needs really good word of mouth. It'll be interesting to see how this movie does in its second weekend. In third place in its second weekend is Speak No Evil from Universal, dropping 49%, another 5.7, around 21.2 million. This movie did not do great domestically. I think this movie will dominate when it gets to the PVOD market and then to Peacock. But Speak No Evil, not great numbers, not a lot of people talking about it, but it is a horror film, so it will definitely hang around this top five. And number four is another new movie that just hit theaters, which is from Lionsgate, Never Let Go, the new film starring Halle Berry, opening to 4.4 million, continuing a streak of just flops for Lionsgate over the last, really the summer. The Crow, Borderlands, among some, The Killer's Game. These are all Lionsgate films, all did not do well at the box office, and it seems like their biggest flop yet could be this weekend with Megalopolis, which is also a Lionsgate film. So it's sad Lionsgate hired an AI firm to help them with their creative direction for the studio. That is not good, in my opinion. I think it's awful. And again, Lionsgate has had miss after miss and a miss, and now they're so desperate, they're hiring an AI firm to run their creative direction for their films. Very shocking. Didn't know how desperate Lionsgate would be, and they are pretty desperate, as all of their other major franchises don't have big movies for years to come. So Megalopolis, we might be talking about Lionsgate in a worse fashion next week here on the channel. And staying in the top five for the ninth consecutive weekend is Deadpool and Wolverine for Disney, dropping 27%, another 3.8, 627.2 million domestically. It should be hitting digital in the next month or two. It is, again, 2 months plus in the top five. It just held off of new film The Substance by $600,000. So this could be the last weekend Deadpool Wolverine will be in the top five, but still 9 weekends in a row. Just amazing stuff. Looking at the domestic numbers so far this year, Inside Out 2 is at number one at 652 million, to number two, Deadpool and Wolverine's 627 million. Despicable Me 4 is at three with a 360 million. Dune Part 2 at fourth, 282. Twisters is at five with $267 million. At 228, in number six is Beetlejuice. So it looks like it can at least get up to number four domestically this year. Godzilla X Kong at seven with 196. Kung Fu Panda 4 at eight with 193. Bad Boys Ride or Die is also a number at 193 at number nine. And Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is at number 10 with 171. So we have currently this year 15 movies in the $100 million club so far this year domestically. Worldwide so far this year, Inside Out 2 is still the biggest movie of the year with 1.67 billion to Deadpool and Wolverine's 1.31 billion. Despicable Me 4 is at number three of 948 million. Dune Part 2 at four of 709.5 million. Again, the worldwide numbers combine the international and the domestic numbers. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is at five of 568 million. Kung Fu Panda 4 at six of 548 million. Continuing on the list, Chinese films are 7 through 9, and Bad Boys Ride or Die hanging in number 10 with 400 million worldwide. So this is already, the time just continues to fly by right now. Currently, this upcoming weekend is the last box office weekend for the month of September, as we head into a pretty competitive October, which we'll preview next week here on the channel. Every time we start a month, I like to break down all the movies coming out. But coming out this upcoming weekend, you have three movies. So first, for the big releases, you have Megalopolis from Francis Ford Coppola, that has been getting absolutely demolished by critics and audiences since it hit the festival circuit. It is now hitting theaters on Friday, and it's supposed to be maybe Lionsgate's biggest flop of them all so far this year. The Wild Robot is also coming out this weekend. This is a new film from DreamWorks Animation, getting Unbelievable reviews. That movie is also coming out this Friday. On a limited perspective, the new film Lee. This is an awards film starring Kate Winslet. That movie is hitting limited release this upcoming weekend. So that takes us for the month of September. Videos here on the channel for the week. I know I did my Add a Feeder reaction for Never Let Go on yesterday. That review will be out on Wednesday on the channel. Thursday, you'll get my spoiler review for episode 3 of Agatha All Along. Thursday, as of now, I'm planning to get also my Add a Feeder reaction and review for The Wild Robot. Friday, my plan is to do a review of Megalopolis. Moving throughout the weekend, Monday, you should be getting my spoiler review for episode 2 of The Penguin. And then back here on Tuesday, giving you guys another box office breakdown. So please subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when all those videos drop. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.